All right. We are live. If you want to retweet this, notify everybody on whatever social media platforms you got.
Yep.
And we'll get this thing going.
Anthony, you post anything on Instagram?
I did my best. I put on my story and stuff.
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure this BIG3 stream is working so I can actually watch it.
Yeah, they haven't started. I haven't seen anything. Oh, there it goes.
Let's go. Did you guys all see it? Do you want me to send it to you?
See what, the BIG3 thing?
It's not stream. It'll just be on. Should just be on my page.
Oh, on Fourth Man?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll go look it up.
Yeah, Anthony, can you send me that?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, maybe I should just put the link out there like this. All right, I just sent it to you.
Oh, cool. Perfect.
I think I should just send it on that, right?
Oh, shucks. Let's get right past it.
Got the Rhino back in the building.
Yeah, he just said he's on.
Word. That's good. He's in the
We
gym.
in here, baby.
He's in the gym now.
Yeah, big fella.
What up? Did I say what up, baby?
What's going on, baby?
What on? What's cracking? In the gym?
All right, I see you.
Naturally.
No. Yeah, literally.
Fitting.
Getting the extra work with the youngins, you know. What's going on?
You know, just stretching.
It's
We out here, baby. It's here. It's time.
time.
Yes, sir. How you feeling, though?
I feel good, man. It's the best I felt in a long time, dude. I'll tell you that.
That's what's up. You look good, my guy. Pause.
Thank you, man. All this love, all the hard work. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I already know.
Hard work. You know what I'm saying? But it's good. Good. Oh, man.
All right, we got Mike in here. Mike, hear us? We'll get the technical difficulties situated, but let's get this underway. Welcome everybody to the second annual BIG3 live stream, brought to you this year by not only the Fourth Man podcast, but also in collaboration with the Underdogs podcast. Appreciate everyone who's joined and excited for the season. Obviously, we got a few guests in here, a couple returning, some new faces, some people we're still trying to get in. We got something.
There he is.
Man.
Mike, glad we got you in here.
Yo,
What up, fellas? Dante,
What's up? What's good, Mike?
So we obviously got a few new faces, a few returning faces, and it's going to be an exciting night. We're going to see a lot of names drafted, a lot of talent in the pool, and we're going to see a lot of teams stacking up and looking for go for that chip this summer. Before we get into it, let's do some quick intros, go around the room. First and foremost, we got my guy Jordan Daly back with me for the second straight night from Daily Media and the Underdogs podcast. Appreciate you, Jordan, hopping on.
Of course. Anytime. I'm ready for this. Mike got the captain of Ghost Ballers. Rhino, Underdog. Ready for this. I'm ready for this.
Yes, sir. To his right, at least on my screen, we got Killer 3's co-captain and a 20-point scorer from last year, Darnell Green.
Yes, sir. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on? To the bottom of me, we got Ghost Ballers co-captain, another 20-point scorer. A little bit of Mr. Everything, Mr. Energy, Mike Taylor in the building.
MVP candidate, Mike Taylor. Starting that off early now.
Good, bro. I'm hoping that we still have you here. You hear us? Okay. And then to the right of Mike, we got the Rhino, Craig Smith, another 20-point scorer back in 2019, top 3 scorer with Enemies, top 5 pick last year with Ghost Ballers, and in the draft tonight. Rhino, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Thanks for everything. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate you guys.
Feeling like lottery. That's what I heard. Feeling like a lottery.
Hey.
That's word on the street, man. Word on the street. Yeah.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on that. And then last but certainly not least, we got Jeff Key from the G League and founder of G League TV, our encyclopedia of players that are some underground hoopers, but their names need to be known. If you weren't on the stream last year, this man pretty much told everybody to watch out for Kevin Murphy, and we saw what he did in his first year in the league. Jeff, appreciate you coming back.
Anthony, I appreciate you having me on, man. It's an honor to be on here. Dante, I watched Dante for years in TBT, and of course, the last few years in the Big 3. And then Craig, I remember you when you were on the Timberwolves and the Clippers. So it's cool to, finally meet you guys and talk and do this thing.
All right, that's dope. Appreciate it.
And then Mike, G League to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an old legend.
History was made there.
Right.
Yeah, history in your profession over there. But I appreciate everyone joining. It's going to be a fun night and pretty interesting setup here. So we got 22 picks this year. Last year we had 20 picks. Three-Headed Monsters and Trilogy decided to put somebody back in the draft pool, so they each got a pick this year. Powers at the top. A lot of teams looking really different this year. I'm going to throw it out to the guys that actually play in the league. Who's a team, at least from the captain perspective, outside of your own respective teams, if you're co-captains, that you're looking at and you're like, okay, they look like they're in good shape and revamped, and maybe a team to watch out for if they make the right picks in tonight's draft?
To be honest, I was saying this before. I was talking about it. I think I talked about it on my Twitter. This year, I think, is going to be the most complete year of the Big 3, just with the talent and no offense to the OGs. OGs started it, and they got us off on a great foot. But younger guys are coming into the league now, and kind of making it even more competitive. So, I mean, everybody really looks good. It just depends on who's going to come out and who really going to be in shape and who's going to be locked in and willing to buy into their team system and really get them wins, man, and look good.
Craig, from your perspective, you can be a little bit more objective.
Nah, like the evolution, I think, is coming of the sport of the Big 3. Like you said, we're getting younger guys in. Some of the older vets are, going out. But obviously, as seasoned vets are still here, like myself and Dante. So I think it's going to be a good mix of a very competitive groups. And he's right. I think this is going to be the biggest season as far as competitively, because I feel like it's really going to go down to the wire. And like Dante said, it's either you in shape or not. We're going to see.
100%. Couldn't agree more. And it's pretty interesting, right? Like you said, it's going to be a mix of younger guys and older guys. For a long time, what's been coveted, at least in the first round here, has been all about the bigs, height, and length. And then obviously versatility is always coveted within this league too. The league's getting a lot younger. I actually just saw Isaiah Briscoe post something about he kind of started the younger movement here in the Big 3. Do we think we'll see a lot of younger guys go first, or you think teams are still going to value that veteran experience, the Big 3 experience, early on in this draft?
I think it could be based on what you need first and foremost. I think now that's what it is. What you need. Do you need a guard? Do you need a captain? As far as setting up the team, the floor general. Do you need a combo wing who can guard a guard and a big? It's all predicated what your situation is based on who you already have.
Yeah, definitely. This is a what you need type year. I seen you guys' mock draft last night,
It's
and
so hard.
It was interesting. I to be honest, I didn't agree with Power. I don't think Joe Johnson is going to be able to play the 5 this year. They're going to have to grab a big. There's no way they can grab 2 guards in the draft with already having the Pargo brothers. Anybody else is kind of like a toss-up, but for sure that one stood out to me. It's like, man, like there's no way in Joe's in the best shape probably one of the most in shape guys in the league, as far as him just always constantly working out year round, and whether it's Big 3 or USA basketball or him getting his 10 days, he's definitely in shape. But I don't see him playing somebody like me or Josh the whole game, or any of the other bigs, Isaiah and who's with us, or trilogy with Earl and
Amir's
who else? Yeah, it's a lot of size in the league, and I don't see Joe being able to sustain that, playing everybody every single weekend. That's he gonna need some help for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Triplets, obviously they moved on, or not moved on, but Al's not playing this year. Big Al Jefferson's not playing this year. They picked up Jeremy Pargo. So like you said, they got the Pargo brothers. Back when they first joined the league in 2019, they had the number 2 pick, and they picked Chris Johnson. Obviously, we know he's the co-captain of Ghost Ballers now. Maybe they go a similar route and go someone that's similar to Chris. I don't know. It could be an interesting one. I think Jordan and I were kind of thinking, like, do they run it back with the same, with the same guys they've been running with in the past, play a little bit more of a small ball lineup. But yeah, like you said, the league's only going to get harder and more competitive here. Jeff, I want to bring you in here. You've had a chance to look at the draft pool now. You obviously, like I mentioned, are an encyclopedia of players. Like, you pull players out from 1999 if you wanted to within the G League, before the G League was born, or was the D League. Anyone that sticks out to you, just like from your perspective, being kind of on the outside looking in and just understanding the league?
Yeah. No, absolutely. There's just so many names, and so many names, like you said, that have come across the G League over the last few years. Briante Weber, who's played in TBT and played in the G League. I've gotten to see him in both, so he's a guy that's going to strap up. He's not, really much of a shooter, but he could probably be one of the best defenders in the Big 3 this year. That's what he's kind of known for, and just his energy as a whole. And then a guy that I haven't seen in a little while was Jabari Brown. He filled it up over a course of maybe like 3 years in the G League when he was with the Defenders, then with the Santa Cruz Warriors. He was 20-plus points every night. And I remember he played for the Vipers back in 2020, and since then, I hadn't really heard of him. So it's cool to see his name in the pool, and hopefully, he still has game, can get drafted. But there's a ton of guys. I mean, like, just this past week, I was at the NBA Combine for the G League Elite Camp, and there was Pooh Jeter. He was coaching. He just played this season with Ignite. There was Arenze Anawaku, who
Darnell Jackson
in the G League, and so there's I'll say that one more time.
So Howard's actually on the clock right now.
Sorry, okay. I mean, cut you off, Jeff. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Dante said he knew the number 1
my
pick.
My thing is always. I mean, it started last year, but and my little Woj. You guys can call me the Woj of the Fourth Man podcast. But yeah, I think I'm gonna drop a bomb with either Darnell. I think Darnell Jackson is gonna go number 1. If not Darnell Jackson, Simmons, Jonathan Simmons.
Oh, Jonathan Simmons. Yeah.
Okay.
Those are my. I'm sorry, I got another one. Maybe Ty Lawson.
Ooh.
But I believe Darnell Jackson.
Well, just a little
It makes
insight
sense.
here.
He played with him before. He's played with Nancy Lieberman. Like, he knows what it takes.
Exactly. He should have been made co-captain. I'm gonna put that out there. Should have been a co-captain. It kind of like, kind of told him he was and told him he wasn't, and like kind of like playing around with him. But I believe he should be the number 1 pick.
So spoke with Darnell a little bit earlier. He said he's one of the few invited to the draft. Don't know if he actually pulled up, but
no, he's there.
Looks like all signs are pointing to potentially being the number 1 pick or even a high draft pick. Power did announce today that they promoted, I'm trying to say this right, Nicolos Skitsavilli. I don't know if I said that right.
We'll work on that. Yeah, we'll work on that.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely work on pronunciation. I worked on it, and then I moved away from it. But he was originally in the draft pool, former top 5 pick back in 2002. And they promoted him, so that's another big they have. But hey, we've seen Power go the 2 big lineup with Birdman and Big Baby in the past. They won a chip that same year, so we're not going to question what Nancy does. Interesting what you said though, Jeff, about Jabari Brown. He was kind of a last minute scratch. Watched some of his highlights. Put up 32 with the Lakers. I don't know if that was just like an outlier, just like one of his few opportunities. But some of these like late guys coming in. TJ Klein is a late entry into the draft pool, who just played with Capital City Go-Go.
Right.
And obviously the son of Nancy Lieberman, so might have his name imprinted in this draft somewhere.
You know what's crazy is speaking of the go-go, it was a guy that was in the DC trial with me. I can't think of his name. I'm quite sure you guys know, but he won a trip to Vegas and he put on a show in DC. I don't know. I wasn't able to make it out to the combine in Vegas, but the tryout in DC. If you guys can tell me what his name is, I don't know if you know.
Not the Arthur guy, the Arthur Lebitowitz, something like that.
Is that his name? Yes. Now he's a sleeper. I will say he's he's a sleeper in this draft. I'm gonna let you guys know. So we all watch out.
He's making the first pick now.
Glenn Rice Jr. just went number 1.
Wow.
I like that. I like Glenn.
Wow, that's pretty shocking.
What?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Glenn Rice Jr. is first off the board.
Did anyone see that coming?
No.
Hey, big guard from Good Genes.
I like him. He's a big guard that can do everything. I just thought he was gonna fall. I thought someone was gonna get a steal with him late second.
Glenn Rice Jr. first pick off the board and
first pick
debut with power.
Wow.
I wonder how long.
Still available.
Well, it is a little bit. Well, I guess they got Royce. Not too much of an older guy there, but I was thinking maybe they got an old squad. They go with someone a little bit younger, but Royce is pretty young too. So,
shout out to Frank, man. Shout out to my dog. I'm about to text him, tell him.
Glenn Rice Jr. What are our thoughts, guys?
Wow, I like him. I did a lot of scouting on him in the past couple of days. I think he's a guard that can, find a way to score in multiple different ways. Play defense pretty well. Size, I think he was like 6'4" or 6'6", somewhere in that range. So I think he's going to have that versatility to kind of guard multiple positions if he needs to. I like him. Like I said, I just didn't think he was going to go this high.
One thing about Glenn was that he was the Summer League MVP back in, 2013?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this guy, he was at one time projected to be like a first-round pick. Then he had some issues in college, which resulted in him going to the G League. He was another G League to the NBA type of guy, falling to the second round. But back in the day, he was a dog. It's just been a few years since I've seen him play.
He was last time I was overseas. We were in Saudi Arabia in 2020, right before the pandemic, and he was cooking in. He was looking good. Didn't beat my team, but he was looking good. And with the big three, man, it's all about how you show up mentally. Really, it's all about your mindset. How you want to come in and not just. You got to be honest. You got a lot of guys that just come in and think about the check, and that could just don't show up. Yeah, mess it up. So it depends on how he comes in and shows up. And wow, Deshaun Stevens. That was our pick, bro. That was our pick.
Oh,
I knew
no
he was
way.
gonna go.
Okay.
He was gonna go.
International FIBA squad doing their homework, and they picked up Deshaun Stevens.
Yeah, man.
Thought Darnell was going to go here.
Okay.
But
That's Frank homeboy.
On the stream, and interesting. Okay, so you guys were gonna pick him.
Yeah, we had him. We were looking at him just as far as like a versatile big, being able to defend multiple positions and also score the ball, man. You gotta have somebody that can score the ball, and he's coming from overseas in shape.
And Dante, didn't you play against him back in 2017 when Boeheim's Army played Challenge ALS?
Yes.
Remember that.
Very, very good defensive guy. That when he was with that team, he was more on the defensive side. Strong rebounder. I mean, but 5-on-5 is way different than the big three. But still great. Good young guy. I think he's about 2 years younger than me. I think 2 or 3, maybe.
Yeah, so, something like that. Yeah.
Nah, he's good. He's good though.
So Aliens have loaded up at 6'7", 6'8" guys. They obviously got Dušan leading the way, but they got Thomas Ivosev, who's Dušan.
Is Dušan 6'6", 6'7"? That's what we putting him at?
No. Dušan's like 6'3". I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Ivosev and Carlos Lamanis are both around 6'7", 6'8" guys. They're the co-captains. Obviously, Dušan played with Thomas Ivosev for Team Novi Sad in the 3-on-3. And then Carlos Lasmanis, young guy. He was the top scorer at the Olympics in 2020 when his Latvian team won gold. So that's going to be an interesting team. Now they have John Stevens into the mix. Aliens is an interesting team. What do we, Dante? You played against Dushan here in the. You played against him in the past before he played in the Big Three.
Yes.
He had a lot of growth in his game. I mean, what were your thoughts in his first year in the Big Three?
So we matched up. I was living and playing in Dubai back in 2015, 2016, and we matched up before the world even knew who Dusan was. We matched up in Abu Dhabi in a few 3-on-3 tournaments, and I beat him the first one, and then the second one he went and got his boys and came back and put a pretty bad whooping on me and my team. But yeah, man, he's just every year it seems like he just gets better from 15 to 16, and then when I seen him just past year in the Big Three, he's a competitor. This 3-on-3 game is him. I've never seen him play 5-on-5, but for sure the 3-on-3 game is him, and just knowing the little cheat codes to kind of get you a bucket or get you a foul, or like playing without the ball is a big thing too, and he's really good at that. So he struggled early on, but he found his way as the season went along, and I think he's gonna be good, man. They're gonna be tough this year.
And there goes Darnell. He just went to Ghost Ballers at number 3.
Mm-hmm.
So guy that we thought potentially could go 1 or 2 goes number 3, and he's in the house.
Yeah, guy. He about to call me too.
Where did Mike Taylor go? Mr. Taylor left the stream or having some issues, but
yes, sir, my guy
on the pick here soon. So add another big to the mix. Obviously, Darnell had a really good year when he was picked up by Power last year.
He did.
And, now joins Ghost Ballers. Craig, I would like to know, how you think the fit is. Just you played with Ghost Ballers last year, obviously with those guys, and now Darnell comes into play. What's your thoughts on this pick here?
It's a great defender that they're adding. A great big, could shoot the ball really well. Obviously, he can defend the paint, and obviously he can score within the paint too. So I think that's going to help. It's going to be opposite of Chris Johnson, which is good. It's going to bring more physicality, and I think that's what's needed too. And especially you got to get Mike Taylor open, so you got to set some good screens.
100%, 100%. Okay. So we thought Darnell would go early. We didn't think he'd go at number 3 necessarily. We got our first 3 picks in the books, and we got Ball Hogs on the clock. Ball Hogs brought back their boy Will McDonald for the 3rd straight year and said, screw it, we're not going to waste a draft pick on him. We're just going to make him a co-captain.
Yep.
They got blanking on who they have. Jody Meeks. They promoted the co-captain after drafting him with the 19th pick last year. That ended up being a steal. And they're led by Andrew Barbosa. So they're only their 2nd captain ever. Obviously, they've been led by Brian Scalabrine for a long time. And no offense to the White Mamba, the legend he is. Maybe helps Ball Hogs move forward in the right directions and try to get over to that playoff hump. We saw a lot of improvement with them last year. Here at number 4, it feels like they got to nail it. We just had Will on the Fourth Man podcast recently, and he said they're looking for a big to play opposite of him, maybe a more defensive big, and a big guard. So,
Anthony, you know who I think is going to be a sleeper in the draft? I mean, I have no idea where he would go, but is Pooh Jeter, who I mentioned a little earlier. He had a really good year with G League Ignite this season. He was the oldest player in the G League. He's like 37, 38 years old. And I just saw him at the combine and, still in great shape, super smart, as quick as ever, right? He's a guy that I think could be a sleeper in the draft. I just don't know where he'd go.
Pooh's a bucket, man. Pooh's a bucket. I wish we had that 6, being able to get that 6 man, because I would definitely get either between him or Bobby Brown. Play with both of them in Sacramento and overseas in China. And those are my guys. That's my LA Unified connection right there to Craig and all them.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, those guys are older guys, but in tip-top shape, man. Always in shape, always ready to hoop and can just fill it up. Both of them, man. It's crazy.
Definitely.
So I definitely hope those guys get drafted tonight.
Definitely.
And we were talking about Pooh right before we actually went live. We said he's got a lot of connection and a guy that could fit in here somewhere. So already had some unexpected plays right off rip.
Mm-hmm.
Expect plenty more. Expect guys to adjust. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm interested to see what Ball Hogs does here. It feels like they're so close to making it to that top 4 seed, or even just going, over 500. Last year they were almost there. They got about they're making a pick right now, so we'll see who they go with.
With the number 4 pick in the Big 2022 draft, the Ball Hogs select Stacy Davis.
Who is that?
Stacy Davis, the 4th.
Who is that?
Pepperdine, or a guard at a Pepperdine. That's funny.
You know what? I do know who that is.
27, last played in Poland.
Mm-hmm.
6.
Played against my guy Jimmy over in Poland. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
His second all-time leading scorer at Pepperdine and rebounding too.
Mm-hmm.
Buckets.
He's a bucket. No, he's a bucket.
They went with the big guard first here. Okay. Do you think that was the right strategy here? I mean, I guess, here's the thing. I feel like leading up to 2021, it was always about, making sure we get the big guys first, right off the board, or give them the prize.
Yes, for sure.
Nancy said last year, she was just like, screw it, I'm just going to take Duchamp at number 3. Kind of feel like it changed everything to where it's just like you guys said, before the draft actually started, it's all about the need, right, at this point. What do each team need? They got their captain set. So go with the guard. We got Mike Taylor in here.
I mean, basketball is changing, man. It's way more versatile. So even if you're going to go with a big, you need to get a versatile big, and you can't just sit there and shout out to my guy Greg, but Greg Oden, it was an example last year. You can't just sit there and post up the entire game. It's not going to work. The physicality of Big 3 is we're allowed to put that arm bar and hold that hand up there, man. It's not gonna. You're not moving a lot of guys like that. There's not a lot of action as far as trying to cross screens or all this stuff. It's the schemes are not there. So if you got just a natural, a big, it's not 9 times out of 10 it's really not going to work. You got to get somebody that's versatile. You got to get somebody that's be able to move, stretch the floor, and even handle a little bit.
Yeah, I think at that position, DG, you kind of was the prototype at that position. You know what I'm saying? Being able to play with your back to the basket, being able to stretch guys out to the 3, and then being able to break them down off the dribble.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of guys is kind of saying we need a guy that can, you know what I'm saying, that can go up against Dante Green. Green. Guys that's in that position now that Bivouac got a Gerald Green that's kind of in that same mode that you in. Beasley.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? All of these guys has that stretch wing, that stretch 4, that new school position that can beat a guy off the dribble, can back down, can defend, can rebound, can stretch out to the 3. So I think that's besides the 2 guard position, I think that was that position that you in right there is kind of a must have in Big 3 basketball.
I tell people all the time, Craig is in the same boat as us, man. When I first came in the league, we were ahead of our time, man. If we was to come in the league now, man, oh my goodness, I talk about this all the time with my family and everything. And granted, I was blessed enough to make it to the league, and I don't have any regrets. But now, man, the league is designed for guys like us, being able to stretch the floor. And I mean, you look at me, I started 60 games at the 2 guard. I was a 6'10" 2 guard in 2009, 2010. That's unheard. It was Tariq 6'6" starting point guard, me 6'10", Army Caspi 6'9", Jason Thompson 6'10", Spencer Hawes 7'1". Like the league was just, it was way different than it is now. You had to have that size, but yeah, nah. I mean, it's transitioning over to the big three, and I'm trying to take advantage of it.
Yeah, you've been doing your thing, and
y'all see Kansas. Y'all see Kansas
Yeah.
over there, right? Three's
Okay.
Juju.
the Jayhawks.
so
Okay.
yeah, Three's company. They're trying to fill in the gaps, with what they have on their team. They obviously have a lot of firepower on the offensive side of the ball.
I need some defense.
Co-captain.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I thought they were gonna go height here a little bit. I thought they were gonna go with some height.
I mean, I don't think Julian's the shortest guy. He's about 6'8", right?
About 6'8", 6'9". Yeah.
Nah,
Julian got some size though too, though. You know what I'm saying?
He got some weight to him.
Yeah,
yeah.
he not. It's not Kansas Julian for sure.
Yeah, I saw him actually playing on Twitch yesterday. They have like a playoff game right now. But Jordan, it's funny. I mocked this, but I mocked it in the second round. But they went with their Kansas connection.
I'll give it to you. I'll count it.
With the okay, we'll count it. We got one on the board here. Me too. It's probably the only one. But Julian Wright, the Kansas connection here. Obviously, he's been in the big three. This will be year 3 for him. Got drafted to Bivouac last year. Not necessarily the best fit. I don't know if anybody really last year was the best fit for Bivouac with the way the season was going for him. But Julian Wright, alongside Michael Beasley, Mario Chalmers, and Brandon Rush. What do we think, fellas?
I mean, that's a solid pickup for them, I think. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's expected, you know what I'm saying, being that, you know what I'm saying, that them the Jayhawk boys over there with Chalmers and Brandon Rush, they got that connection already.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they probably wanted Darnell Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He a Jayhawk too. You know what I'm saying? So
and one thing is Mario Chalmers can still play. He was in the G League this year with the Skyforce, and he had some really good games. He got that call up with the Heat. He can still ball.
For sure.
Yeah.
I got a question for Mike and Dante more on the captain side of things. We see these connections. Like, how important in the big three is like drafting people that you have these relationships with already going into that? Like, how much of a priority is that? If at all?
I mean, for me, it's not a priority. You know what I'm saying? At all. Like, I don't care if I got a personal relationship with the player. I want the best possible fit for the team, the best possible fit for the energy of our team, and someone that's just gonna do the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if he never played in the NBA, he just been overseas, or he just a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like a Frank Nitti type of guy that just gets it done. Like, it really doesn't matter to me. It's more so about the fit for the team, the energy and the feel of the team, and just being able to get the job done, period.
Exactly. 2019, we didn't know any, like, outside of Stack, like, everybody knew Stack. I had a relationship with Stack from when I played. I knew CJ a little bit, but I didn't know Josh. I didn't know Frank. And we started off, 3-0, 4-1, something like that. Like, so it's not really about the relationships you have. It's about the type of guys you're getting, the type of guys you're looking for, and want to bring in, and the type of energy, like Mike said, the type of energy you're going to bring in, and who just wants it, man. Like, you got to really find guys and that want to win. It's not just there to be, we in the summer. Like, yeah, I mean, granted, it's a blessing to be in this. It's a blessing to be able to be home and to be able to hoop in front of your family. Like, I have my kids come out, and my wife comes out, and it's a big deal, and it's fun. But at the same time, that competitive side takes over, and
it
you want to win.
Serious real quick.
So you want to have some dogs, man. You want to have some guys that really want to win, and not just there to take pictures and look at Cube and all that type stuff.
I'm looking at Mike's reaction right now. I'm guessing he just saw the pic.
Yeah.
Ryan Hollins. They got a dog, and Ryan Hollins, a guy who
they got their big.
We never mock him, but somehow always is drafted within the league. He goes top 6 this year. You said, Dante, that triplets needed a big, and they got their big.
Not worried at all. Not worried at all.
To be honest, I wasn't even.
Need
I
to
was
make this a clip. Make this a clip. Not worried at all.
Got you.
Not worried at all. JP got that on lock for sure. Not worried about that.
Mike, real quick, trying to get this in between picks here as Tri-State's on the clock. Let's talk about your pick with Darnell Jackson. What went into that? Did you expect him to be there at number 3?
Man, I really didn't expect him to be there at 3. I expected the Power to pick him just because of the experience that he had with Power last year.
Mm-hmm.
He played great. And then Aliens having that second pick, the way that he played with Bullet last year, they played great 2-on-2 basketball at a high post. They was working. Jackson was giving them late cut passes when the small defender turned his head. They just played great 2-on-2 basketball in that pick and roll situation or the pinch post situation. So I really expected for him to be gone at that position. I know that we needed that inside presence at that position. It was between him and Rhino at that position that we was looking at, you know what I'm saying, going back with. And I'm glad we were able to kind of secure him. But that's what we were thinking, you know what I'm saying, as a team. You know what I'm saying? Getting somebody that could kind of bang in the post and kind of stretch and play with alongside Chris Johnson. So that's what
gonna be nice.
That's what we was looking to secure with that position. I think we fulfilled.
And shout out Chris. I think he's insanely underrated. Just want to throw that out there.
He is.
Oh yeah, he should have been defensive player of the year last year.
Say it louder.
I don't know who the guy who got it, but I know Chris led in block shots. I know he led in like defensive rebounds and everything. I don't know.
What are we talking about? Sorry, I was on my GM mode. What happened?
Boy.
Chris Johnson's underrated.
Yeah.
For sure. Sorry, I got excited over text message. Sorry, my bad. Chris Johnson definitely. You know, we've been playing against each other since we was younger, man. Like he's credible leaper. His defensive instincts, you know, knowing when to on pick and roll, when to step up or to fake and get back. You know, pause, long arms, his length. He's good. I don't know who was defensive player either. I know who should have been MVP
Larry
last year.
Sanders was.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know who should have been MVP last year, but
I know who it shouldn't have been, and
I know who
been Joe Johnson.
I know who it should have been. You know what I'm saying? This is the guy that wears a black jersey and number 20. But I mean, you know
I mean,
we'll give some people a little bit more credit this year. They got the All-Star game in the Bahamas this year, so
I ain't worried about none of that. We worry about this chip. That's what we worried about.
Okay.
Y'all can have Bahamas.
I'm trying to see who
I'm worried about Miami. What's up? I'm trying to get to Miami. What's up?
Tri-State has a crazy hole right now. They lost Earl Clark. I think he was.
Yeah,
that's who. So it's Earl and what's your boy Craig from LA? Amir. They got Earl and Amir on the trilogy.
Yeah.
How did they pull that off?
They made him a co-captain because Jared Jack.
Jared
so they
Jack.
made Earl
Jared Jack
captain, and then Amir had to come back. Oh man, stack on his boy.
Yeah, that was a power play right there.
Yeah,
Earl Clark is such an incredible player.
With James White, they big, and they got Briscoe that play big body.
He didn't. I don't think he even showed any of his. I mean, he did. He had flashes with Tri-State, but Tri-State didn't use him how they should have last year.
They didn't.
I think. All right. I guess. What do you guys think about Tri-State? They haven't confirmed their captains, but it's looking like Jay Rich is the captain, Justin Dittman co-captain, Larry Sanders the other co-captain. That's what it kind of looks like. They're picking right now. You think?
I mean, they were solid. We got them at the end of the season. I think we lost to them.
You got to go with a win.
Twice.
DeJuan Summers just went to 7 to Tri-State.
Damn.
That's a good pick.
That's a great pick, bro.
That's a great pick. That looked like where y'all was headed, huh, Killer?
Don't take that one personally.
Yeah, that's a good
Go GM.
Dante, another Baltimore guy, though.
Yeah, man. You know, that's who I was going with.
But yeah, you got 2 more picks.
They just compared him to you, Dante.
For real?
Yeah.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Okay,
There's nothing wrong with that comparison.
nice. So now Bivouac's up. Bivouac had a season to forget. They had the most players I've ever seen on one team in the entirety of the history of the Big Three, maybe ever.
How many players? They had 14? How many was it?
They had 11.
11.
It did seem like 14.
They had 11 players last year.
And 11 different players last year. They probably had the most.
I should have broke the record on them last year. I didn't know how many. I was confused about how many points I had, man. I should have.
Yeah, CJ said, "Yeah, I'm gonna take the game winner too."
Yeah, he definitely did that. That's CJ though. That's CJ for you.
Yeah, so they had a season forget for sure. They obviously made a change at the helm. Now they got Gerald Green at captain, Josh Smith no longer there. They brought Will Bynum back, and they added Ike Diogu as a co-captain. Be interesting to see if they go here. I always feel like family ties got to come into play at some point, but they never do. I mocked Gerald Green at the second round to him.
They had the coaching. Change too, right? The swap with Reggie Evans and
GP Gary Payton.
Theus and Gary Payton.
Yep. So Gary Payton will be leading Bivouac. That man's never missed the playoffs, but he's got a new squad here, completely new squad, and I'll be interested to see what Gerald Green does in his first year as a GM. I'm sure he get a little bit of help from GP.
And they got Snoop Dogg as the owner of their team too.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Bivouac, Bivouac.
Oh, he part of the NFT group?
Yeah. He the one who owned Bivouac. So I think that's how Gary Payton kind of got swapped. I think that was a Snoop Dogg call. You feel me?
Okay.
He made
One
that
last thing on
executive
Tri-State
decision.
too. I'm also excited to see how Detman does with an expended role. I really liked his game last year.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Dittman too. I like the way he played.
Yeah.
With him at that extended role, he putting on for the small guard. I really wanted him last year on coming off the bench for us at Ghost Ballers to, with that guard position. He's a great player. I like him a lot. He kind of does it all.
Yeah.
Yo, guys. So I'm a little less in tune to the Big Three world. I'm more in the G League world. But what kind of name is this?
Oh, okay. So
Bivouac's like
It's supposed to be an ant, right? It's supposed to be an ant.
it's
it's the army of ants.
It's a tribe.
Oh, okay,
of ants.
okay.
Yeah, try.
It's actually the most killerest ant.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, I wish you were on when they made the first pick, because when they picked Glenn Rice, I was telling him that Glenn Rice was one of the guys that went from the G League to the NBA. I was like, yeah, Mike was the pioneer of that.
Yes, sir. I need your assistance too, man. We got to get that story out here, man. That's one of the greatest stories never told.
All right, we'll have to tell it. We gotta tell it.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I gotta get some of those highlights though.
Yeah, you gotta dig those joints up, man. I won a championship that year too in the G League. So
Yeah.
It's a lot of them. I'm telling you, it's a lot of them out there in that vault.
Mike, me and Mike. Oh, Jeff Ayers.
Jeff Ayers is Bivouac.
Didn't he change his name? Made his name like Jeff Pendergrass or something like that. Didn't he change his name?
It was Pendergraft before.
Bro, he was in our draft, Mike.
Yeah, he was. He was
in our
he's
draft.
nice. No, he's nice.
That's good. That's a good pick.
No, he's
Solid.
really nice.
Solid big. I don't really think he's a scorer per se, but definitely a good defender.
I mean,
they don't.
I think for Bivouac, that's a great position because they don't really need a scorer at that.
Yeah.
True.
They got everybody who can score.
They got everybody that can score. So him being that fill-in spot, that role spot, I think that's a great pick for them.
So let me ask you guys this, because it feels like we see this every year. Guys are going to pick who they're going to pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much does the combine come into play in terms of your selections or what you guys are thinking when you're coming up with who you're going to select?
Look, Dante over there. I don't like that. No,
We got our sleeper, baby. We got our sleeper. He's still available for us. I'm telling y'all, you know what I'm saying?
man. I think I know
rookie of the year. I'm calling it. Rookie of the year. Yes. Rookie of the year. I'm calling it right now.
Wow.
I
My
think
guy.
I think I know.
My guy, you know what I'm saying? Drop some exclusives on Fourth Man Podcast. Dominique Johnson is coming to Killer Threes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very good player. Just finished up in Italy.
Yeah,
I made him fly back 2 days after he finished. He didn't want to listen to Frank at the combine. He didn't sit down when Frank told him to sit down. Frank said he saw enough. He still wanted to play and almost got picked. He was supposed to. It was talked that he was going to go top 5, but he didn't, and he's still available. So we're taking him.
I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to get him to it. That
Yeah, Mike's been talking about him. I was gonna say
I've been talking about him for like the last week, yo. Not too people
Tough.
know about him, but
Very good size, 6'5", 6'6".
he's a great shooter. He's a
great shooter.
shooter
And a great defender.
A great defender. He's kind of short, undersized, but he's strong, brolic type.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And he just does it all. I really like him. Him and Frank.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a great duo. Like filling in that CJ Watson spot. I think y'all get an overkill in that spot. So now that's definitely a sleeper.
And his mindset is he's locked in. He gonna play hard you know what I'm saying? No matter if he's playing 5 minutes or however long the game is, you know, playing the 10 points or playing the whole 50 points. You know, he's gonna be locked in for sure.
Dante, is this Challenge ALS Dominique Johnson?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay. Oh, he's tough. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tweeting this out right now, Dante. So I'm DMing you or adding you.
There you go.
Nah, that's a tough pick. That's a tough pick.
That's a good one. I like that.
If we wasn't going big, I was trying to go there. I ain't even gonna lie.
What are you excited about? You watched a lot on TV. What kind of
Man, draft is moving along quickly here.
Yeah, they got Gerald Green being interviewed right now. I'm excited to see him play too.
Man,
because he was, you know, just coaching like 6 months ago. Then he won the championship in the G League. Like, he can still go at it, you know.
Gerald Green.
He can still fly too.
Yeah, I want poster dunks. I want to see some poster dunks.
Yeah, he still got it. He still got it at like 35.
It's hard to get dunks in the big league.
It is, man. I only got 2 last year. Only had 2.
Right.
I had more 4-pointers than I had dunks.
Nitty's dunk last year. You remember Nitty's dunk last year?
Ooh, on Max Hill?
Don't.
Do I?
Who don't remember
Did he
that?
just end Max Hill's career right there?
Killed him.
Oh, he didn't come back this year, did he?
No.
He's in the pool, but everyone's just going to be remembering that.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over.
Shout out to my guy though. That's the OG, man. He funny as I don't know what, but yeah,
Shout out Max.
he said it right. He said as soon as it happened, like damn, young fella got me. Like, he couldn't even get mad. I'm trying to hold him back. Like he dunked on him. Frank tried to go stand. I'm like, yo, that's still Jason. Yo, don't go over.
Yeah, don't go over. So get up.
Don't go over. Like, let him get up. Hold on. We gonna go walk this way. But yeah, you know, that was definitely a top play of the year last year, I think. Goodness gracious.
Definitely, because it's like Max Hill, man, a strong dude, especially when he jumped forward, he got real strength with his body. So the fact that Nitty caught him, it was just like, wow.
No,
like,
Nitty didn't just
see Max get caught like that, bro.
that was a real pause, body to body. Like
For sure.
Like he actually
That's what I'm saying.
shot out a cannon on him. Like, man, that was that man by far the best play of the year. Man, I can't believe they making coaching swaps, man. It's things that ain't never been done in the league going on.
Going down. Changes.
I'm waiting for
Hey, Dante, I got a question for y'all.
What's good?
Okay, so with the new owners and stuff that y'all got, I think they like the demigods or something like that.
Our owners are legit, bro. Our
Yeah.
owners.
Okay. So I kind of wanted to ask a question, like, how is that? You know what I'm saying? How does that play a factor into, you know what I'm saying, y'all doing what y'all doing, or any extra, relationships or connections come from, you know what I'm saying, them owners? Like, how does that work? Because there's only a few teams that like kind of have that experience.
With us, before we pick real quick, with us, they had say in who they liked, who they thought would be a good fit for us. We gave our advice as far as the draft is concerned, and after that, in the NFT world, we're all going to sit down. We're supposed to have a meetup soon, and they just about to just flood us with information and try to help us out and get us into that field and get us doing things this summer. It's about, man, so many of them. I can't even. My Twitter was flooded with them as soon as they bought the team. It was probably like maybe it's like 100 to 200 of them, man. It's so many of them.
That's crazy.
But they all rocking with us, man. They all showing love, and they it's not just oh, we got a team. Like, nah, like they really interested. Like they really like did their research on us and every one of the players, and they with it, man. Dominique Johnson.
There we go.
That's quite the army there.
Yeah, for sure.
The D gods over there. They show a lot of love, and
hold on, it's over.
Trying to see how it goes.
Nah, he gone. He went number 9. I mean number 8, I believe.
Craig, your old team's up now. What are you expecting from them?
Floor. We needed a knockdown shooter, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, I think they might need a big presence, being that they got 2 nice guards and a combo wing in Nick and, the big fella Isaiah. Obviously, they need somebody big too, who obviously can guard bigs and possibly guard wings as well. There's somebody, versatile. That's what I think is throughout the draft is going to be needed now, just versatility, whether you be a big or a wing, who can switch on to either a guard or a big.
Yeah, it sounds like you're describing yourself in a way, kind of.
I am describing a rhino.
Yeah.
But you never know, man. So, but at the same time, it's just like what's needed for them for sure, I think, would be a big, or they might just start off with another wing too.
Okay.
But it's gonna be tough. Nick got to bounce back from his first year. His first year of not knowing the league, so he should have the second year, so he should be a little bit more comfortable. Along with Isaiah, who had a great year, and the other co-captain of the guard, my USC guy,
Elijah Stewart.
Yeah, Elijah. So
yeah,
they got something. Just hopefully they can come out the gate and win, because that's the most important. Those first 2-3 weeks, man, you got to get some W's, man. You got to come out the gate with W's. If not, man, it's gonna be a tough and long season.
Yeah, I felt like they were kind of clawing themselves back kind of all season from a tough start. You guys put them at 0-2 with the Ghost Ballers, and then I think they got a win, and they had
Ghost Dad came out that day.
Yeah, that's that my Taco Bell play. That's what I got over there, my Taco Bell play. I ain't getting no Taco Bell though.
Fortunate.
I don't need to eat Taco Bell. But they need somebody who's gonna make an impact for them, because, like I said, you gotta come out the gate. Gotta come out the gate winning.
Well, here's the pick.
Now, being a Los Angeles native,
They picked Sec Henry,
the Drew League for a long time, and
number
at the
10.
combine, he was incredible. Nobody could guard.
I don't even know if I've ever heard of him.
He's
That's tonight.
Everyone looks at a loss for words, like they're unsure.
He's an LA guy. He's an LA guy.
Oh, it says Drew League runner-up MVP from 2016.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
MVP in Israel in 2017, 2018. University of Nebraska.
I don't even know.
Especially for my first year last year, we was like the expansion team. We didn't know what we was getting.
I got Nick calling from home this year.
Yeah, he was at the draft last year, right?
Uh-huh.
We need to see more of the G League guys. I feel like last year when we did Anthony, it was like every other pick was a G League guy, you know?
Yeah,
Whereas
100%.
this year, there's only been like maybe one or two.
Yeah, I'm looking at right now. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the first 10 picks are going to be new to the league this year. So
Yeah.
we'll see how the second round goes. I feel like usually like the second round, maybe I don't know. Maybe everyone's going for like high ceilings in hopes of like there's a lot of potential in some of these guys, and then the second round they're going to go for like more surefire picks.
So is anyone really familiar with this guy? I'm pretty unfamiliar with him. I don't know much about him.
I think we're all in the same boat here.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Sec.
Hello.
Got you back.
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, Zach Henry. That's a great pickup. I like his game. He's a left-handed. He's an LA guy.
Okay. Yeah, guard or wing.
Left-handed. He kind of like in the same mode as like Dominique Johnson. Kind of 6'5", can shoot, can score, can defend.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's a great pickup.
With all these new names in the league, is this a good thing? Like, you know, was it getting a little redundant seeing the same guys over and over?
No, not necessarily. You know, it's most of the names that you were seeing over and over was still getting it done. It's not like they were out there just being slouches. I think most of the slouches got weeded out. And no offense to them, you know, but most of them got weeded out. I think that 2019 season.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
you know, you had guys that were still for the most part pretty productive. But like I said, you know, this year is going to be that year, man, and guys going to really have to be ready.
So I don't think we got a chance to stop and pause on Miles' pick at Killer Threes, Dante, but you picked Dominique Johnson. I know you said a little bit about him, but like, is this someone that you always had in your back pocket as someone you were going to take? You know, what was kind of the reasoning? And
so Dominique, it was crazy. Is Dominique? I know Dominique since he was in college, in AI, and he graduated and came to Sacramento and started working out with me. His agent had a trainer in Sacramento, and I was also my trainer at the time, and we kind of connected back then. So I've known Dominique since like 2010, and you know, he went to the G League. Jeff was in the G League for about 3 years, played with the legends, and I remember after his first year, I begged him, like, bro, like just go overseas, like you didn't get a call up, you wasn't even on like a list anywhere. It's like, you know, don't waste away in the G League. And he finally listened after his third year, and you know, he's had a hell of a career overseas and just a very, very good pro. His work ethic is crazy, and you know, all around just a good guy, a good fit for our team.
I like it.
Dante, that's always the hard thing is like guys might stick around too long in the G League when they should probably go overseas, make their money, you know?
And they have offers. I mean, I get it. You know, my first year when I left the league, my first year overseas was rough. It was like, man, like I don't. I was only in China for 5 months, and it felt like I was over there for a year and a half. It felt super long. So, I mean, I get it. The uncertainty about it's difficult. But man, when the bags that he could have got, I mean, even he still got his bags, but just the bags that they were throwing at him, the bags that I know that I was getting told to tell him to go over there and get it. Like, it's like, bro. And at that time, you know, the G League wasn't even really making any money. You know, they're doing well now. And of course, the salaries are up now, but back then, 2009, 2010, and when it was the D League, like,
Right.
it wasn't, man.
It was in the teens back then, in terms of the salaries.
Yeah,
That-
for sure.
I mean,
17K.
I was in I did
17, yeah.
3 weeks in Reno, and I was like, man, like I know I was blessed enough to be there with guys. Like I was there with my guy Jerry McNamara, Damone Brown, Russell Frederick, Patrick Ewing Jr. I was there with guys I knew. So me coming down from the league, it was like, yo, let's hoop. I was in Sacramento losing, not playing. Yo, come on, let's hoop. We hoop. We go out afterwards. Yo, come on, we're going to Applebee's. Applebee's on me. We out. Let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just the camaraderie with them guys. But man, that D League was tough, man. Talking to other guys and I mean Mike, Mike's story is tough. What he went through and grinded to make his way up, man. Like everybody can't do that. So when you get the opportunity, man, definitely go get your bread, man. Especially if you're not a year, 2, no call ups, go get your bread, man.
I feel that.
Go really take care of your family.
Got to. Dante was at Applebee's before the $1 margaritas.
I second. I second that notion, man. Like that big 3. I mean, the G League, the D League, that grind is something serious. You know what I'm saying? And if you got the opportunity to go overseas and get the money and get the experience, yo, like in the NBA, you probably gonna be 15th or 16th man on the roster. You go overseas, you automatically hands down the number 1, number 2, number 3 option. You know what I'm saying? So have that experience to lead a team, expand your game probably to a role that you probably never even knew that you was, you know what I'm saying, able, you know what I'm saying, to carry out, you know what I'm saying, it's something different. And then just to experience culture in another setting than the one that we grew up in, man, those are priceless trophies. You know what I'm saying? That I encourage all the young guys who in that in-between spot, they don't know whether they're going to get called up or not. Like, go get the money, go get the experience, go get the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's going to do a whole lot for your game expansion. And then now how the league is going because of the pandemic year, like it might be even better for you to go get that experience, expand your game, and come back to the NBA if you do it early enough to where you don't sit and waste 3, 4, 5 good years being in the back of the G League. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the, you know what I'm saying, one of the toughest, but yet most rewarding decisions that you could possibly make by not sitting in that G League, you know?
Yeah, I feel that. Mike, I do think it's, you give it 2-3 years, right? And then you just have a window, you know what I'm saying? You have a window.
Sure.
And even now, like the salaries are $37,500, right? So it's still really low, you know what I mean, compared to what you can make internationally.
That's the lowest?
So that's the standard for a G League
That's the
player.
highest. That's the highest.
Yeah.
I thought the highest was like, I thought they bumped it like the 1. Like,
But
No,
that's
for
for the two-way contracts, and that's for the high school guys who coming out.
Right, the Ignite guys.
oh man,
Wow.
Yeah.
not even the vets.
Nah. 37.
Oh, man.
37, that's right.
Yeah, you tear your ACL, that's your whole salary.
Wow. I'm glad I ain't take that leap and go. I got a couple offers too. I was like, dang.
Yeah, it ain't worth it.
We just came to the end of the first round. Top first 10 picks are in. Let's start the second round here in a little bit. We got 12 picks in this round because we got Trilogy and Three-Headed Monsters making their first picks of the draft real late in the second round here. Who do we feel like's outside of our guy Rhino, obviously, who do we think's the best on the board? Or, who do we – I don't know if you guys can give that away, but who we eyeballing maybe, just like 3 or a handful of guys here.
Shoot, Rhino, what you talking about? Pick my guy. Somebody pick my guy.
I think whoever
Yeah,
goes
there's no
around is
Charlo
gonna
on
get a
the board.
surprise. I think they forget how good he was 2 years ago.
Hey, sleep. That's okay. When I get picked,
We'll
what
wake
I'm
him
saying?
up.
Yeah. That's all. So that's good. What's good is though, should I feel good? And that's the most important.
Yeah.
And
Biggest
feeling
surprise.
good is the best. Because last year was rough. That was a rough season a little bit for the Rhino.
Is there anyone that you guys are kind of surprised, like,
Yeah.
is
biggest
still on the
surprise.
board? Because, like, for me, just initial reactions, I for sure thought Corey Brewer and Ty Lawson would go in the first round. So I'm a little surprised that they're still available. Is there any surprise there for anyone else?
Not in my book.
Oh, okay.
Anthony, didn't you have Mo Charlo in your first round?
I'm just trying to make the connections. I know that I had Mo going back to you guys at Killer Threes, and the only reason I said that is because you guys ended the season so strong.
Mhm.
You know, like we said, like I personally thought that you guys should have matched up with three-headed monsters, and it should have been like who won that game. Obviously,
Could go to the playoffs, man. That's
right,
that's
exactly.
Yeah.
And you
big
guys
three politics, baby. Big three politics.
Call it out.
Big three politics, bro. I mean, it is what it is. You know, you it's happened to numerous teams before, so it's out of our hands. And you know, we slipped up. We shouldn't even have been in that position, to be honest. So if we don't put ourselves in that position, then it's nothing. It's not even we'll put them against them and like no, it's not even that. So we can't even put that on the league. But yeah, man, no, like we just gotta do better this year. You guys come out and win, man. Especially this year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so tight, so close, man. I already know. Every weekend is a playoff game. I feel like
Every weekend, every possession.
every possession, bro. Every
Do you guys think there are some teams towards the top that are like more contenderish than the rest?
I mean, I think this year is gonna be like, you know how kind of like it is from like 4 to like 9 in the league, to where all the teams be like having those identical records between one game and stuff. I believe right now how it's panning out, it looked like it's gonna be a lot tighter. The race is gonna be a lot tighter. It's gonna be games, you know, from the jump, from the very start. Like Craig saying, getting those first 2-3, you know what I'm saying, picks. Those first 2 or 3 wins is gonna separate a lot of teams. But it's gonna be so tricky because, you know, teams are gonna be playing every week and it's so evenly matched. I think it's gonna be, man, it's gonna be so many ties. It's gonna be ties for first, ties for second, ties for third, ties for fourth. And it's just gonna depend on how the politics of the big three and how they do the scoring and do the drafting and do all of the
tiebreakers and stuff.
Yeah, do the tiebreakers. Like we never know what's the protocol for the tiebreakers, you know?
I would want it to be like an elimination process. Let it be an extra game.
Let it be a play-in tournament.
Yep.
Who promoted Jonathan Simmons as captain?
Oh, there's somebody did that.
So Kron Iverson just went to Ball Hawks. I think the bigger story here is Jonathan Simmons is no longer available in the draft pool.
Where he at?
He just got promoted to captain.
To who?
I don't know. Frank just texted me. That was gonna be our pick. Or at least I didn't think he's gonna be there, but
I didn't think he
I didn't think he was gonna fall to the second round.
I didn't think he's gonna fall to the second round at all. But
He's my biggest sleeper in this draft. I think he has a chance.
Well, I think three-headed monsters might got him as a captain.
Three-headed monsters got him as one?
No, how three-headed?
So who's out? Them.
Hey, honestly, I'm excited to see Kron Iverson because he played in the G
That's
League.
Allen Iverson's little cousin, right?
Yeah, well, he's Iverson's like third cousin.
He went to Tennessee.
Oh, no way.
No, he went to I forgot where he went, but he was with the Raptors 905 a couple years ago.
Okay.
And he can hoop. I mean, he didn't really get that much run, but he's like 6'8". He's really versatile. But yeah, he's like his third cousin, so I don't even know if they really know each other like that.
Nah, I seen them together in DC.
Oh, you did? Okay. Oh, gotcha.
They know each other. I don't know how, you know, is a dude that's here and is a dude Mike and Craig know who he is, a guy named Bobby Mays, who look just like Iverson and go around and say he Iverson brother. So, but I don't know. I've never met the young fella, but I do know that I've seen him with Iverson before. So I mean, I
true.
figured he
Okay.
was his cousin. Yeah, they know each other for sure.
Yeah, but I remember reading something that they didn't grow up together. I mean, maybe that's like later on in life or whatever, now that he's pro.
I mean,
and stuff.
young Iverson was in Philly by the time he probably came
Yeah,
out.
that's true. That's true.
So they got their big guard. They got their big opposite of big Will McDonald. Ball Hogs roster is set. You got a young
man in the league
too.
Hey man,
There's another guy on this list that we haven't really talked about, and I don't know if you guys have played with him or know him. Do you guys know Reggie Hearn?
Nah, I don't know Reggie.
Nah. Okay. Reggie, he's played 9 years in the G League. He got a call up from the Pistons a couple years ago, and he was actually USA Basketball Athlete of the Year. And on that list is like LeBron James, Kevin Durant. He's like the one G Leaguer who was on that list, But yeah, I saw his name in the draft, and he's been a solid guy for the last almost decade in the G League. I didn't know if you guys had any affiliation with him.
A long time.
Shoot, lights out shooter.
Oh man, special call, special call. Shout out to Dominique Johnson on the cast.
Hey, what up?
Hey, welcome to the big
What
three.
up?
Say what's up, man.
Dominique, welcome to the
No, you
league.
good. Everybody say what's up. You can't hear him.
Hey, I'll hit you back, bro.
Yeah, hit me back. All right.
Three's company picking right here.
BIG3 2022 Draft.
I got one Kansas guy.
Selects Alex Scales.
Alex
Oh,
Scales.
Oh,
Shooter.
Scales.
Shout out to Alex,
Scales.
man.
He's underrated. When he came in for the Ghost Ballers last season after Michael Town had that injury, he hooped. He can shoot. He's good. I like him.
Shout out to Alex, man.
Boy, Alex Scales.
That's a good pick.
Got a lot of shooting on that team.
I talked to him earlier today, man. I told him he was going to get drafted. I knew it.
He's been in the league since the start or like the second year or something like that. He's been in there.
He came in my year,
Yep.
Yeah.
2019. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lives down in Phoenix, Oregon guy.
Yeah.
Oregon Duck.
Yep.
What's
Trick
crazy
shots,
is he wasn't always a shooter. He used to be a high flyer back in the
Really?
day. Oh my gosh, like a
Jumper.
45-inch vertical, like crazy, like free throw. I'm talking about take off from the free throw line, like, oh man, he could do it. But no, that's a good pick for them.
I
Be
got a
able
lot
to come in and stretch the floor, unlimited range,
Unlimited range.
definitely 4-point range for sure.
I see him hitting about 3-4 of them for sure, easy.
If they use them right, yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they use them right, 3-4 easy.
Let them go. Don't try to keep the leash on them.
Yep.
How
I think
important
there's
do
a lot of-
you guys say Big Three experience is in a draft? Like drafting a guy that has played in the Big Three before versus a guy that hasn't. Like, is that something you guys kind of consider too? Because obviously the Big Three is a lot different. It's a lot more physical. You're not going to get many foul calls.
Correct.
I don't think so because, like, I'm gonna just say I feel like, for example, right? I feel like myself, Dante, I had a great year 2019, but I still had to go through the draft process, and some guys who ain't played one game became captains. So it's really like I don't even know if they understand what they're getting into because you're not even practicing the right system of the game that we have to play with the lower shot clock, how it is. You think it's just regular 3-on-3 when you walk in the gym, and it's not.
Yeah.
You got to be in shape. You got to understand the game, and you got to understand the rules. I think that's most important. Then it goes from there. But then it goes, there's certain things that's going to happen. You got to be in the gym in the morning if you really want to get a good workout. If you want to get ready for the game, you better have a great warm-up. If not, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
You only got a certain amount of time to be on there and get a good rhythm.
Or
So
good
then that
stretch.
takes
I will say
into
that.
account. Yeah. So
You
there's
gotta
a lot
hit
of
them
things that take
trainers.
into account.
Yeah.
Some people get surprised, some, and have a tough year, and some come out and exceed expectations. But you got to be in shape.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Yeah.
And something that I love about the Big Three is the young three. Now they hold 6'5",
Enemy's about to pick here, I think. I got this man
Yeah, who do we think they're gonna go here?
through talking. They got a little ad for the young three right here. Most surprising pick so far out of the first 12. Surprised by anybody's pick?
Mm-mm. I mean,
Yes and no, because you think other names would be going, and these are some of the surprise names. So,
like, there are some guys I thought were gonna get drafted. I just thought they were gonna get drafted elsewhere, but it's really hard to kind of judge that when you're on the outside.
yeah.
100%. Enemy's got Sek Henry at the end of the first. I kind of got a snake pick almost in a sense here. See who they go with.
need some versatility probably within the wing and the big, I guess. I don't know. Could go with a guard. Could get Ty Law.
Oh,
Still available.
Ty Law still available.
That's insane.
we'll see if he's available here in a second.
Round of the Big 3 2022 draft. The enemies select Keith Benson.
Ooh.
Wow.
You're nodding your head. What?
A late addition to the draft pool here.
He's a defensive menace. He's a paint beast. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Rim protector.
Yeah, I like him a lot. 6'11", 240.
Well, it helps because they got all scoring from all the other guard. You know what I'm saying? So it should be good. That should be good for him.
I like that pick. He's a very defensive-minded guy, guards the paint really well, knows how to get blocks, knows how to get rebounds. That's going to be major for, like, defensive situations coming off the bench like that. That's a great pick.
And I don't know what Keith. Go ahead, Craig.
No, Jeff, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know what really Keith has been doing over the last few years or so, but back in 2016, he was the main player on the Skyforce to help them win the championship. And then he was also a G League All-Star. So he was a guy that, 4 or 5 years ago could really go. Like I said, it's been a number of years, but back in the day, he was a dog.
He's been killing it overseas recently, too. So he's definitely holding that up still.
I need a charger.
Enemies like their bigs. They were a big team last year. I don't think they fit very well amongst each other. So we'll see if they
Yeah, they definitely got better defensively though. They definitely got better defensively. So that's good though.
At 14, Aliens was another important pick. So right now, the teams that have never made the playoffs, 3 of the expansion teams, Enemies, Aliens, Bivouac, and then who am I missing here? The other team that hasn't made it. The team that's been here.
Ghost? Has Ghost made it?
Ball Hawks. Ghost went the first year.
Ghost went the first year.
Ball Hawks. I don't know how I forgot them. So I feel like all those teams are kind of the teams me personally is looking at to see that, they made a lot of changes at the top. I think it's going to be important to draft-wise who they pick. So we'll see. Let's see here. Mike and Dante got their GM hats on right now.
Craig, you just got some TV
You
time.
see, I just had to step off and get a call. Who got some TV time?
Craig.
Oh,
yeah.
And then Mike
Hey, what'd you say?
You had some TV time.
I just got some TV time.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's nice. Pick me. Y'all be out here waiting. They see how good I looked out there.
Yeah, you were saying you did really well at the combine too, right?
you went to the combine, Craig?
Yeah, I went there. I seen Frank and them. I went there. They had me on your team, the Killer 3 team. Me, guard, and what's my another young fella name? McClinton?
Jack?
Yeah.
Jack was there?
No, not Jack. Not Miami. Alabama. Why am I forgetting his name right now?
Alabama.
Me, him, and then Rodney Carney.
You started to create a group chat early, telling them you're going to start training camp. He's hungry. So, and that's good. I'm glad to see.
What Nick gonna do this year, man? That's the question. Nick looked like Gil his first year, but he's 10 years younger. What was Nick doing last year, man? Like, is he going?
He came to chill with Gil.
He was chilling. He didn't understand, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
that
if
mindset,
you don't
I'm telling you,
understand,
man.
It's a beast. Yo, we still hungry. Like you said, hey, Dante, we didn't get our due in the league. We try and get our due, right?
Oh, for sure.
So it don't matter who we play or where we play. Some guys, they feel like you can just walk in and it's just like, nah. Nah, everybody hungry in here.
The Big 3 2022 draft, the aliens select Adam Drexler.
Adam Drexler, so son of the
son.
kid,
Son of Clyde the Glide.
just went to
Son of Clyde.
14.
Wow, okay.
I never.
Already
Where
looks-
he played at?
Overseas, I believe.
He's been all over the place, yeah.
Yeah, apparently he looked pretty good at the combine. Or Craig, maybe you can attest to that, or maybe you didn't see him enough. Looks like he
Nah,
last.
I feel like I didn't see him enough. And, we couldn't keep score, so it's just like we kept rotating. So it's just like,
Oh, y'all didn't do it how we did it our first year?
totally different. We played for 15 minutes, bro, and then switched.
What?
So it's just like no score, and then there wasn't no shot clock in there. So it's just
We ain't have a shot clock, but we definitely at least kept score. Like,
Hey,
what
hey,
we
yo.
scored to 25.
What we did, 25? Yeah, we did 25, and then whoever lost, like,
Exactly.
dudes went off. Like, yo, let's go. Like, we on. Like, we won.
No, it was combine, it was shots, it was sprint slides, and then it was playing. Like 15 minutes, and then you
Man,
rotate.
That's cold-blooded, bro.
So then it's like, well, ain't nobody scoring on me, and we scoring all the points. We should be winning all the games.
Yo,
Remember how we had it that last year? Like, whoever
That
had
was
the most wins
competitive. That's what I'm
was
saying.
down to that last court. Remember, it was like 2 courts left,
Yeah.
and everybody was around it. Like, we was lit that year.
I mean, 2019 is the best draft class ever. Like,
Man, shoot.
Gotta
Well,
Yeah.
down.
match up.
Hands down.
Start throwing in
That was a pretty deep class, yeah.
But all y'all
Man, we
captains
was-
now, and I'm out here on the street though.
Hey, man, you gonna get yours, bro. You gonna get yours.
Yo,
Hey,
man,
Hey, quick question though. Who the fuck is Adam Drexler?
Clyde's son.
I knew you was about to say that. Why I knew you was about to say that, though. Hey, man.
We were all thinking it.
That's Clyde's son for real. He got to be related to Clyde.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Clyde's son,
league
yeah.
on the aliens, man. The league on the aliens, y'all.
Oh,
This
that
is-
makes sense because it's he went to
Yeah.
Houston too.
They're gonna get a couple calls their way this year.
Couple quads. They going to the finals.
Yo, bro.
Look
They
at
gonna be in Miami, baby.
Yeah,
they already
bro.
got their tickets printed out for them.
Yeah, they got the championship shirts ready.
Y'all stop. Hey, man, I win the championship. If we let Doosan, I ain't gonna hold you. Doosan good. We let Doosan come in here and win the championship.
Bro.
Yeah.
We might as well go for it. We might as well go to Serbia. Big 3 Serbia.
TJ Klein just went to Power with the 5th pick of the 2nd round.
Which is
Who?
Nancy Lieberman's son.
Who?
Nancy Lieberman's son. She drafted her son in the 2nd round.
Oh man, they putting death wishes on these boys' heads.
He definitely about to get. He about to get cooked. He about to get cooked. How everybody was going at WitchCon last year. What show to win to West Virginia? He was in my draft. He was in our draft class. Mike went to West Virginia. What's his
West
name,
Virginia?
man? 6'8", big white boy.
Is it?
No,
Johnson.
Oh,
He was a Johnson too, wasn't
nah, he wasn't. It was
he? He played for Power?
Alex something. Yeah,
played for
he played
Power?
with Power.
Joe Alexander?
Joe
Oh,
Alexander.
Joe
That's his
Alexander.
name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was a lottery pick too. Wait, why were they going after him?
Man.
Just because of he went in with talking with voice. He came in the league talking. Like,
Oh,
bro, you
sure,
ain't,
sure.
bro, that's not you. Like, don't get hyped up by your teammate. Like, that's not your game. Like, just Let Royce do all the talking and play your game, but he wants to come
It
in.
ain't even his game.
Not even. I mean, true, but you know, Royce is gonna be Royce. So. Oh,
Jeff, he played for Capital City Go-Go in the G
Yeah,
League.
he
this
was a late addition to the Go-Go this year. He was the A-10 player of the year when he was at Richmond. He's got game. He's certainly like more of a role player. You know what I mean?
that's Nancy's son.
That's Nancy's son. Yep.
That's horrible.
Back-to-back kids of
I didn't know Nancy had a son.
someone else.
Look. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I don't know this guy. I ain't never even seen him play, but that's horrible. That's horrible. If he Nancy's son, that's horrible. That's horrible.
You drafting your son?
in the pool. Yeah, you would draft your son.
I am. I'm drafting Tay. I don't care what nobody says. Second round, at least she ain't wasted. If she would have did it in the first round, then it's like, oh, that's horrible. But hey,
number one pick, yeah.
I was about to say, second round is worth it.
But guess who had to okay that though? Coutinho and them had to okay that, man. They're not going. I'm saying like he had to show something. I'm just saying. I'm drafting Tay. I don't care what nobody. I don't care how horrible he is or what they gotta say. Hey, Tay, come on in here and play this big three, man. Come try to get better. Come get this check.
Come get the check. Straight up.
Mike, you pulling in Lil Mike for the summer?
Man, Lil Mike ready.
He been ready, boy. That's my guy right there. He
was sizing Nate Rob up like, hold on, we almost the same height. He like, hold on.
So Tri-State just took Gerald Green's brother with their pick. So
who's he,
brother?
Family ties are real.
Yeah. So the real, they just went to a different team out here. Younger brother of Gerald Green. Kind of got a nice little dunk package. I made the hot take of he might be a better dunker than Gerald. But,
yeah, you were saying that yesterday.
How tall is he?
6'6".
Shout out to my guy Alex Scales. Shout out to my ex-Ghost baller Alex Scales, man. That's a great pickup for them. I ain't gonna lie. I love Scales.
Yeah, he was real. I liked him.
Gonna be weird.
I feel pretty solid about our pick coming up.
Oh yeah.
What y'all? Just y'all 17th? Y'all next?
I think next, yeah.
Man.
So I think it's triplets next, and then y'all.
No. We're at the triplets.
Yeah,
the triplet.
So
what happens if triplets takes your guy?
So when are they doing the playing?
As soon as they pick, I'll tell you who we picking.
All right.
So when they doing the player schedule?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm trying to fly. I'm trying to have my family come out. I'm trying to delegate weekends. Like, all right, y'all need to fly in Saturday. You need to fly in, like, we need to figure this out quick because flights is not cheap. And I'm not even talking about the free flights they're giving us.
Right. It's time is here.
I got a whole troop.
Man, this is crazy.
I'm still outside.
So it's family ties. They got Iverson people in here. They got Adam Drexler. They got Green.
Yeah, I was top 10 scoring.
Man.
2 years ago? Damn. Wow. I need a charger, though, for my phone died. I'll tell you that.
They treating you like Mike Jones out here right now.
Yeah, I know. Who?
Triplets took Ryan Hollins with their first pick.
Yeah.
Back up on the clock.
They got to pick a guard now.
Do they go get their guy?
Pick a guard. They don't have to pick a guard. They got both of the Pargos over there.
Jordan and I were thinking that they might pick one of AA or Jamario Moon, but we'll see who they go with.
I think they should go Moon.
In the second round,
Moon over Anderson.
Draft.
They have guards.
Let's select Alonzo G.
They picked Alonzo G.
I like that pick.
So tough season, obviously, for him to be in the first round pick of Bivlab, but he was the one constant of their team last year. That's a big guard. All right. Like that. Alonzo G play in the G League, Jeff?
Yeah, he did for a little bit, and a few years ago he was with the Canton Crawford. The thing I remember most about Alonzo G is I'm pretty sure it was him. when he was with the Wizards, didn't he take away Andre Bloch's triple double? You
I
guys
think you
remember
told
that?
this last year. Yep, I think you told the same story last year, and I think we were
Yeah,
kind
yeah, that's the one story I remember from Alonzo G. Unfortunately, he played some good years, but Andre Bloch back when he was a youngster had like 9 rebounds and 11 assists, whatever, 20 points, and then he needed that one rebound, and he was the one that took it from him or something.
All right, so a little insider trading. We was we had Alonzo G. He was in our second round picks of who we might pick. But now that he's off the board, of course, we can't take him. So we're gonna go with KJ McDaniels.
Okay.
I like him a lot. I had him early in the draft in my mock. I really, really like KJ's game, especially in a 3-on-3 where versatility is key. I think that's a steal.
3-on-3. He was
Yeah, it was on my team.
he was tough. Yeah, he was tough in overseas. Like he killed this year.
Yeah, I like him.
Hey Dante, how athletic is KJ still?
I don't know about that, but I know his scoring was like that. So
Hey,
Okay.
hey, DG, y'all about to pick KJ?
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I like KJ a lot. I like his game. He got buff though. He's big now.
I was supposed to go live. I don't know what's going on with the
Jordan, I was about to say that he did get buff as hell.
Josh. Who going on?
They're going to be relying a lot on Ryan Hollins, or maybe not. They didn't play a lot of Big Al when he was there. We're having some technical issues here, Craig.
I know he said his phone was dying.
Oh no, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm on the charger. I just gotta let my phone charge. Okay.
Just making.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I really like that pick for you, Dante. I think that's perfect for your team too.
Yeah, y'all got a nice little squad.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we solid. Got my man Josh Powell. Josh Powell, you on the Fourth Man podcast. You can't hear him there in my ear, but speak it. You say what's up to everybody.
Josh
Oh,
Powell.
what's up, man? I'm gonna let you do your show, bro. Hit me back.
All right, bro. I hit you.
So you guys were going to take Alonzo initially, and of course.
Yeah, we were thinking about taking Alonzo. He had a really good game against us last year, even though I want to say he scored basically all their points. I want to say
He was on an unfortunate team situation last season.
Him and Bobby. So we were looking to pick him, but we were kind of stuck between him, KJ, and Quincy Miller.
Yeah, I thought Quincy would go.
There's a lot of guys I thought would have gone already.
Well, his mock draft were always, yes. Trying to make the connections, but everyone's so good at keeping their lips shut.
No, when nobody because
That's
nobody
supposed
want,
to be.
yeah, didn't nobody want to lose their picks by saying anything. And, they want to pick him. Like, what is he like? Let's go look at him. And especially with Dominique, I didn't say anything to anybody. I just listened. A lot of guys were talking about him, but they weren't for sure. And every time I heard the name, I would throw somebody else's name out there just to kind of like, for real. Like I knew we knew in March we wanted Dominique. We talked about me, Frank and Josh talked about it. We wanted him. We just didn't know where we were going to draft him at. Would it be second round or would it be first round? And with him doing so well in that combine, man, it sparked up. I really should have just told him to go, but Frank hadn't seen him, so we had to. Josh was on it. He was on board with me, but Frank was like, Frank had his people. He like. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna tell him to go to the combine. I know you're gonna be there, so just look at him. And
I think y'all picked perfect for that position that y'all, that y'all got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both of those picks, Dominique and CJ McDaniels. They both kind of interchangeable at that position.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the toughest positions in the Big Three. You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
you being able to guard damn near all positions in the Big Three, including guards. Both of them can guard multiple positions. Frank can even guard a bigger position.
Mm.
I mean, I like this pick for y'all. You know, like straight up. They match up against Joe Johnson, so you don't have to take all of that challenge against
Exactly.
Joe. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they match up against those type of players, the Kevin Murphys that you was playing those positions, chasing those guys. So that gives you a little bit more leg room, a little bit more wiggle room to get your shit off. So,
Yep.
that's a great pick for y'all. I say that's an extremely great pick for y'all. Okay.
Dante, I know the gods are heavily involved, or trying to be heavily involved with everything you guys are doing from a Killer 3 standpoint. Did they help you with the analysis or scouting, maybe for some of these second-round picks here?
Nah, the second round pick was definitely all us. We were just sitting here, to be honest. That's why I kept meeting and kept getting up and walking away. Frank was calling. We had a three-way call just now, and we're trying to decide and trying to get we're trying to get Oak on the phone and ask him his opinion, but it worked out, and we're definitely happy with our team. And looking to just get it done, man.
Y'all got a solid squad, and y'all have the commodity too of already having size with you, obviously, and then Josh as well. So looking so that you got an opportunity to just look for versatile guards within here, and I think you guys did a good job of grabbing two.
Yeah, I need them to spell my name right, but yeah. This is year 3, dude. Come on now.
That first game, I remember you had your jersey on there, and they had your name.
My jersey was spelled wrong.
I'm like,
I'm not paying attention to the.
That's an insult.
To the very big. Hey, look.
Yeah.
And I'm running up in the MVP last year. Y'all still spelling my name wrong? Like, come on now.
I remember that first game that had Frank's last name wrong and your last name wrong.
Yep.
So, yeah, Midwest's about to pick here. Gerald's brother's gone. Corey Brewer off the board.
That's a good pick.
I'm surprised it took him this long though to get picked.
I was a little shocked.
Yeah, I'm stunned by that one a little bit.
Yeah.
So what's Trilogy looking for here? Runner-up champs. They're on the clock now. What do they need?
I don't know. They probably got a sleeper, man. They probably gonna pick somebody who we overlooked so bad.
Yeah.
Who they need to put, they might pick like David Hawkins.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Somebody DC, David Hawkins or Devin Sweetney. Somebody DC.
One of my big guy sleepers is still on the board. I'm curious if he'll go.
Who's that?
I have a big man sleeper. I'm not saying it yet. I want to see if he goes.
Wednesday on the Waku.
No.
Yeah, how is it that Ty Lawson hasn't gotten drafted yet?
Yep. He went from about to be a co-captain to maybe one of the last picks of the draft here.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Anthony, you're talking about Ty Lawson?
Greg Smith.
Yep. They just said that GP just said they were going to take Gerald's brother. So they got someone I guess pretty similar.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to see Gary Payton here with the Bivouac logo next to him.
It's odd, isn't it?
Hey, what about Jordan Crawford? He hasn't gotten selected yet either. We haven't mentioned his name. He's always been a bucket.
Dang. Yeah.
Oh, that's who we were supposed to pick. Oh, dang, we talked about him last night.
Where's the undo button?
Oh man, I swear if I could show y'all the text message.
You said where's the undo button?
None of y'all have the draft pool pulled up in front of you to see who's available. See who's
No,
in
I
it.
think we was Oh man.
Let's see.
With,
Frank
Long
just
Island.
said, "Oh my gosh." Oh. That's the difficulty though. It's so many names, man. Like it's
Yeah.
like,
So many.
man. We literally was like, he was our pick. If we would have lost Dominique and we would have lost DeJuan, it was Alonzo and then it was him. Man.
Let's see if Trilogy goes with them or somebody else. Last year they picked Meta in the first round.
Yeah, nah.
David Hawkins, the Hawk, back to Trilogy.
My screen is so behind.
You got picked?
He got picked.
I like
That's good,
that.
man.
David Hawkins
I like
is a
that
winner.
pick, too.
I like
I
that.
like D-Hawk. I like D-Hawk. Good job, D-Hawk.
They kind of did him wrong. He was a co-captain there in 2019, had a pretty decent season, and then got dropped. Some things happened, and now back with Trilogy.
I like that move a lot.
I think they wanted someone who could do a little bit of everything, like they said, and got their mans. Mike T. Picks coming up. Here, number
I think he's
21.
on the phone.
Oh yeah, they're both on the phone here. Got our GM. Our GM's working.
Yo,
What we doing, Mike?
man.
We didn't
I
have
ain't
you
gonna lie,
on.
David Hawkins was on my line, bro. D-Hawk, that's a big bro. When I said he was on my line, man, look, he texting me now. I'm like, bro.
Man.
I couldn't pull the trigger though. We ain't need him. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Who we thinking here with the ghost ballers? You got a little insight for us? Or you gonna let us
Go
wait?
ahead, drop your pick, man. Come on, I drop picks. Drop 2 picks. Come on, man. This ain't no secretive game. What's going on, man?
mean,
They gotta go with a good one.
it ain't no secret, but we gotta go with a guard. Man, y'all picked 2 of the players that I picked that I wanted to pick. Killer 3 picked 2 of the wings that I wanted to pick out the gate, and Jonathan Simmons was my lead. I wanted to pick him with our 3rd pick, but they were saying he was off the board out the gate. So I think we're going with a safe pick in Jermaine Taylor.
Smooth. Okay, I like that. I like Smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth.
He fit what we doing. He got that energy. He can guard multiple positions. He can break the defense down. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a solid.
He back healthy too.
Yeah. He back. Yeah. Jumping before he was out before the Achilles. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a solid choice for us, man. That's where we going, man. To just drop the hedge off, but. Right. This been a good one, man. This been a good draft. I ain't even gonna lie. It's been a good one.
Who got the last pick?
Who got the last?
Three-headed monster. Their one and only pick.
Okay.
Nah, they did so much jank stuff, man. They done got Jonathan Simmons to play for Reggie Evans. Reggie Evans supposed to be injured for the season.
How he injured? He was just hooping the other day.
They said he broke his hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
There you go right there. Right there. I'm satisfied with it. I like Jermaine Taylor. I like him.
Yeah, no, Smooth was in Sacramento with me. He played in Sacramento with me for a season, and then last year, he was on my team in the 5 tournament. You know what we did during the COVID.
Yeah. How y'all cheated us and everything.
How we won the chip in the 5 tournament. Yeah.
How was running at y'all? How was running at y'all in that shit?
How we won the chip? You talking about you was leading scorer, but how we won the chip?
Yeah, the 5 tournament politics. You know what I'm saying? They was playing the odds in Vegas and everything. They was betting on the game. You know what I'm saying? we wasn't even
Stop
picked to
it.
make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So making the finals for us, you know what I'm saying?
Stop
Even though I was
it.
supposed to get MVP of the tournament and my team was supposed to win, you know.
Nah, you know, the right team won, the right guy got MVP. You know, things happen.
Sick.
I can't knock it though because I love it.
No, we had a blast out there in Vegas though, bro.
A great time.
It was definitely like a great no homo. It was a great release from the pandemic, like being able to go out there and just be able to hang, man, get out the house. Even though I went to TBT, but the TBT was they had it so strict, like you couldn't hang with nobody, you couldn't like really like do nothing.
Dante, I was in there with you when you were with
You was in Ohio. You was.
It was super strict, man. You couldn't go to anybody's room.
No,
You know
no
what I mean?
rooms. Only your team can hang with your team in your team room. I mean, but that's when everybody was like, it was out there, man. It was crazy. So you didn't really want to come in contact with nobody for real.
And the 5 tournament was right afterwards, wasn't it?
The 5 tournament was like a week. I think I flew home. I was home for like maybe a week, and I flew straight to Vegas after that.
Okay.
Got Iceman in the building. So interesting to see.
Who is a fan, dog? He's so cool.
Yeah, he is.
Who did you guys on y'all mock draft? Who they picked their last pick?
I picked I said it would be Tony Criswell.
Tony Criswell is my big man sleeper going into this draft. I really like him.
He played with Black for one game last year.
Yeah,
that's who I dunked on.
19 points and 15 boards in one
No, he
game.
only played against Three's Company.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I had him on my board too, though. I had him on my board.
Yeah.
It was just depending if we was going. We picked Darnell with our 3rd pick, so that kind of like filled that position in for Criswell being with us. And then I was really looking at Brewer too for that last 2nd round pick, but he just got picked right before that. So you know,
Ty Lawson still.
I also really like Hearns. I know Jeff, you mentioned him earlier. He was another one of my sleepers in this draft.
Yeah, absolutely.
So essentially, see, Reggie looks like he's gonna be out. They brought Murph back. So be going with a big here. Try to do their best to fill the spot.
Big or versatile.
They'll take Craig if they know what's right for him.
What happened?
They do need a big though. Either interchangeable one or because just leave last damn near on the team.
With the last pick in the big
Go
three,
ahead.
the 3-headed monsters select AB and Doye.
What?
Damn.
Who?
Dude that played with Power first couple weeks last year.
Oh man, he was boo boo, bro. Bro, he was boo boo. Come on, man.
That's what I see. Reggie handed. Oh, there you go. So they needed a big.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
They just be picking. They trying to pick somebody who they know not gonna play. Who they know not gonna have no problem with not playing. Same thing they did with the 7-6-year-old last year.
I'm gonna hear about Mamadou. Let's hear what Sweet Lou has to say about it. Man, that's wild. That wraps it up. 22 picks in the books. Definitely went a lot different than I personally expected.
Same.
half of these names I feel like I hadn't even heard of. You know, like maybe not half, but a third maybe.
Felt like
I need
last
an
year, a lot of
expansion
guys,
My
team
guys,
captained by Craig.
Andre Owens,
Andre Owens, yeah.
Jamario
Right.
Moore.
Yeah. J Moon. Yeah.
Nah, my guy gonna get on. I ain't worried about Craig. Craig gonna get on. Yeah, I'll give it a week, 2 weeks. So serious. You think I'm playing?
Yeah.
So serious. I already know. Week, 2 weeks. Watch. You like, damn, Tay, you was right, yo. I'm like, hey, man, look. When you know, bro. Trust, hey, hear me
For
out.
sure,
When
for
you
sure.
you know. I'm telling you, bro. A lot of
For
these
sure,
picks
for
ain't what they supposed to be, and guys gonna see that early. It's supposed to be 3 weeks, and you can cut right into the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Ghost Ballers cuts on Hannah after
I think
2 or
it's
3, maybe
yeah,
something like
2 or
that.
3, yeah. So first 2 or 3 weeks, you gonna be on, bro. Stay ready. You already know the game.
I'm already knowing.
Yeah, pretty shocking. I gotta ask before we wrap things up here. Teams are now filled out. Outside of your respective teams, are there any teams that you're thinking like, wow, they made a lot of improvements? Team to look out for, and then is there a team where you're like, wow, they didn't really do themselves any favors, and might be lower down in the standings?
I mean, I'm at everybody. Ghost Ballers, Triplets, Three-Headed Monsters, Trilogy. Nah, I don't know. Maybe Three-Headed Monsters probably. But that pick, I don't like that last pick, to be honest. I mean, the guy got cut in the first 2 weeks. Like, you got Craig sitting right here. You got you got a bunch of other guys that you could have picked. I mean, I guess they're picking to not, to have a guy to sit, obviously. So, but yeah, I think Three-Headed Monsters.
So Ty Lawson went undrafted, huh?
Yeah.
Lawson, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, T. Lawson went undrafted too.
Probably should have showed
So
up.
I
He didn't
guys.
show up to the combine, did he? Yeah, he probably should have showed up to the combine. Guys just don't know, man. Like, I haven't seen me personally. I haven't seen Ty in like 2 or 3 years, so I don't know.
That's the thing. I was counting too. I couldn't find anything on Ty Lawson in the past couple of years.
I know he played in China. He was in Tunisia this past year, like for a hot minute. Like, I know I went there. Yeah, he was in Tunisia. He played on Azar, Mike.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I went to Tunisia for the playoffs last year. Before Big 3, just for like a 3-month joint. I was home. I'm like, man, I need to get to some better sleep. I went to Tunisia and played. Mike played out there before. A couple of my other guys that played out there. Donnie played out there. But yeah, he was there this past year, and he was there in the beginning of the year too. So I was like, man, you in Tunisia beginning of the year? Like, I haven't heard anything from him since, so I don't know. And when he was there, I didn't hear anything, so I don't know what. I know we didn't need him, but I couldn't even tell anybody like, "Yo, pick Ty." Like, I haven't seen him. I don't know what type of shape he's in, what his mindset is.
Nah, he was
He get put out of China or something like that.
Yeah, he was in China, but I think, you know what I'm saying, he was having those off the court issues too.
Some videos.
Yeah. A lot of those off the court issues. So I don't know how that played into effect. But he was on our board though, heavy. He was heavy on our board. If we was looking to go small, you know what I'm saying, with the guards positions, he was heavy on our board. I'm not gonna lie. But just how everything panned out for us and us going with DJ, that we kind of just shifted our whole strategy in the draft this year. But I mean, I'm satisfied with our picks. We got 2 hungry guys who kind of match our energy of our team, and it's finally the first year since I've been in the Big Three where we've had solid picks coming in the draft.
Yeah.
Last year, we had Rhino who was great for us, but we had this guy named Shane, and I never even heard of him, but man, he was a dud. You hear me? And we couldn't use him at all. And I think that kind of hurt us. The first year that I got there, we had Carlos Boozer, who wasn't playing. He didn't even play. He didn't even come, and he was just holding the roster down for us for like 6-7 weeks. So we kind of got off to a very slow start in that regard. But this year I think we solid. I like who else I like in this draft. I love Killer Threes picks.
Same, yeah. Especially that second round, I think you got to steal with KJ.
They got a super steal. I was thinking about KJ if we was gonna go wing position hard. We was gonna go either Dominique Johnson, KJ, or Jonathan Simmons. That was my 3 picks for that wing position at the top in that position. That 6'6", 6'4" to 6'6" wingman position. That was my pick. I like y'all in this draft. Who else I like in the draft? Triplets, they suck. That was stupid of them. I don't think they're gonna do good.
Power.
What about Tri-State? They got DeJuan Summers. They got Gerald Green.
Nah, Tri-State. I mean, they did well. I don't know Gerald Green's brother. I haven't seen him play before, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I just said Power because, I don't think Nancy's son is good. So
I like that captain that they got. That foreign captain that they made co-captain.
Oh yeah, he's solid. No, he played on Dusan team 3. He was over there in Abu Dhabi playing against me. Yeah, he's solid for sure. But the thing is, this isn't FIBA 3-on-3.
Correct.
This is Ice Cube Big 3. You know what I'm saying? 3-on-3. Like it's a very big difference. They use that fast pace. FIBA is nonstop. It's like it's no give it to the ref. It's
none of that.
Get it out the net and you throw it out. You going. Right. You go. So you really got to be in super shape for that. But for this, it's more physical and it's not a lot of fouls. Correct. And you know what I'm saying? Like Dusan found that out early. He figured it out, but Dusan a lot better than them dudes too, though.
Correct.
So I think it's going to take them a lot longer to figure it out. And they got size, but man, it's real down there, bro.
It's real down there. Ball. It's island ball in the Big Three. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't hold your own, whether it's guards being able to just push that big out as far as you can and just make it difficult on them, it's island season. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
go. A lot of guards. A lot of Frank. Not Frank, but guys gotta go all the way to that 4-point line. You gotta go out there.
You gotta go and create that space.
You got to. So it's gonna be different, man.
You think we'll see some more step plays for the 4-point shots this year? You still think that we're kind of just like a in the moment kind of thing? If the game,
that's in the moment.
Yeah, I think it's still gonna be played how it's been played as a spur of the moment thing. If it's needed, you know what I'm saying. If y'all down, you know what I'm saying, and you need that shot, I don't think people are gonna be focusing in on it unless you just gotta knock down that you can set some things up for.
How you guys feeling about that first pick? Glenn Rice. I still want to go back to that a little bit.
Yeah. He about to have them targets on his head. Boy. That's all I know.
Who?
Glenn Rice.
Oh yeah, Mike. I know you gave
go at him the same way. They're gonna go at him the same way they went at Isaiah last year.
Fact.
Mike, you gave him.
I called Isaiah last year too. You guys remember that?
Yeah, you did.
That was a given though. That was a given.
Yeah, that was a no-brainer.
No brainer.
Disappointed me a little bit. You picked 2 people and neither of them were number 1.
Neither of them. Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Neither of them didn't even go in the top 2. The second pick, I didn't even pick the second pick, did I? Who was the second pick?
No, I think you thought Darnell was gonna go too.
Yeah, I thought Darnell was gonna go too. Yep.
I did, honestly. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm losing my mojo, but my GM skills is up this year though, so I'm good.
Okay. Good. Yeah, you had your plate a little bit more full there, so you were
yeah.
different things there.
Last year it was we had to bring back our team, so it was nobody. We wasn't even out. I didn't have to really stress about who we was going to pick or nothing like that.
You think we'll see any trades this year? I know we haven't in a while.
We didn't see one last
year. It hasn't been a trade since our first year, right?
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
I don't. No, I think it's the draft. That draft pool, man. The draft pool is it's always so deep. Yeah, it's so heavy. So I don't think anybody's going to get necessarily traded. It's going to be a lot of cuts though. It's gonna be a
I
lot.
think so too.
A
A lot of guys
cuts.
that I think will be hit or misses.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely be interesting. So what's next on the schedule? I think we just looking to see what the matchups looks like, right? We looking for these
Week
schedules
one.
drop
Yeah.
to see what it looked like.
Gonna be in
Jason,
Dallas.
I'm gonna do. Jason told me I can say that. Jason Thompson said he loved Ron Hollins, but ain't no way he's supposed to be number 6 pick in this draft.
Nice. Turn that into a meme.
An early cut, maybe.
I mean,
Ron Hollins.
He's a commentator now. He's a
I don't think he'll
Rockets
get cut.
commentator.
I think he'll stay.
Nah, they need him. They need him. He's gonna stay the whole year. There's no way. I mean, unless somebody comes out the
draft
out the
pool.
whoop,
hey,
or,
look,
you know,
I like Ron Hollins as a person.
Same. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. But top
I don't
6
know.
picks. I mean, he fished triplets though. You know what I'm saying? He fished
that's what
triplets.
they need. Yeah,
He's
he's
a
gonna have to play the
role
whole
guy,
game.
Defender. They're not really
He'll have to
looking
play the
for a
whole
score.
game.
They're not looking for a score at that position. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
gonna have to play the whole game.
Yeah.
And is he ready to play the whole game? No.
Yeah. Well, they didn't.
He's gonna get in foul trouble for one. He's gonna foul. He foul all the time. He's gonna get in foul trouble out the game. Like that's what he do best.
I think triplets would have succeeded with Keith Benson. If they had taken Keith Benson, I think that would have been a good role for them. Like you said, they don't need someone that can score. They need someone for defense and rebounds, and I think Keith would have filled that role.
Pick and roll Ron Hollins to death. That's our game plan. I'm let y'all know right now.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting one, especially because he's a guy that's been coming on late, been drafted in the second round. We've seen him play in the league, so we know what he has to offer, and they were just like,
Well, they had to though because of how they set themselves up with Joe and the Parker brothers. So if you get all guards as captains, that's dangerous. Like most teams usually at least have one big as a captain. I think the Triplets might be the only team that has all guards as captains.
It's a disadvantage not to do that.
Yeah, you got to have at least somebody versatile. You know what I'm saying? Like what Three's company got what Mike as the captain, right?
Yeah.
Is Mario, Mike, and who else? Who's the other?
Brandon
Rush.
Brandon Rush. Yeah. So you got to have at least one type of versatile type big. Like,
yeah, I think Triplets in trouble. We might have seen the last of the last great season of the Triplets might have been when the Killer Threes knocked them down. Once they took that L, they was discombobulated after that. The whole
stumbling. They were stumbling.
The dynasty.
It turned our season around too. Our season around. Everybody had us losing that game for sure.
And they cheated y'all too, bro. There wasn't no way y'all was supposed to play them. Y'all was supposed to play the other team.
Man,
the monster. Yeah. It didn't even make sense.
I don't know how they pulled that. You know what I'm saying?
That was our second time playing Trilogy.
Once I got injured, I was rooting for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So
let me ask you guys this. I think that's something I always keep an eye out on. There's still 4 teams that have never made the playoffs, like I mentioned earlier. Enemies, Aliens, Bivouac, and then Ball Hogs has never made it. Out of those teams, just looking at some of the rosters or just having an idea, who do you feel like has the best chance to make their first playoff appearance?
You said the Enemies, the Aliens, who else?
The Ball Hogs and Bivouac. Yep.
You never know, man. You never know. Everybody had the Enemies picked to win it last year.
Yeah, they did. That's crazy.
With Isaiah and Nick and the other kid from USC, like on paper they look good. I ain't gonna lie, like they look good, but as soon as they got on that court, man.
I mean, guys who never had that Big 3 experience, it's hard for them to know what it's gonna be like. You know what I'm saying? And I think they put extra targets on them first year players, no experience. Even though Nick Young is, he's Swaggy P. He didn't come prepared and knowing what he's getting himself into with that Big 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's just where we draw the line. But looking at it on paper, it looks like Bivouac or the Aliens would be one of the teams that will punch their way into the playoffs. Just looking at it on paper, Bivouac looked very good with their depth. Bynum being the sole guard and being able to create. but also having Corey Brewer, who's a defender that can knock down shots, having Gerald Green, who does what he does. You know what I'm saying? On paper, they look like a good team, but you never know how
You
they
got to see how Gerald's game translates into the big three. I think that's the biggest question mark because, like we saw with Nick Young last year, it didn't translate as well as many people thought. So,
yeah, Gerald Green is a different type of player than the Nick Young. You know,
he's more well-rounded, and I think
I think his transition may be a little bit better.
I'm about to say he's coming off a year of playing.
Yeah,
like when you Nick and was just chilling at the crib, like it's different.
Yeah.
For aliens too, like you said, there's going to be an adjustment period for the other co-captains, at least that first couple games. So, you know, if they can slide through and get maybe one of those 2 games, and maybe they do have a real shot at making the playoffs. But I think, like Dante said, there'll be an adjustment period.
I mean, I like the ball hogs too. You know what I'm saying? I really like the Jody Minks and the Barbosa duo. I really like that a lot. McDaniels, he's great. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest bigs to be in the big three at that position. I like the ball hogs. That guard tandem with Minks and Barbosa, it's fun to play against and it's fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? So I like them a lot.
I think it's also crazy how much talent went undrafted too. Like I feel like they could put a team together of guys that went undrafted, and they'd still be competitive too.
I mean, they could put 2 more teams together from the guys that went undrafted. I mean, it was like that last year as well.
Yeah.
All right,
so them guys gotta stay ready, man. Stay in the getting plucked from that draft pool, man. You gotta stay ready.
Sure.
Yeah, gotta motivate.
It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, God forbid, but it's gonna be injuries. It's gonna be, you know, pieces that don't fit. So people gonna be in them pools. People gonna be going for a swim in those pools early.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be teams that'll probably be winless after the first 2 games and trying to figure out what's going on. I mean, even tonight, we already saw Jonathan Simmons get picked out of the pool because there was an injury and get promoted. So,
now, are you surprised that he was promoted to a co-captain, not a guy that's been in the league before?
Yeah, I was.
I know I've had conversations with some players in the Big Three before that they think that co-captain should be someone that at least has a year of experience in the Big Three because it kind of does some guys dirty.
Yeah, I think it should be something to protect the players within those co-captain spots. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was when I seen Bullock get the head captain spots of the alien, I was like, yo, like that's wild. You know what I'm saying? There's been players that been in this joint 2-3 years that ain't even a co-captain, and he come in 1 year and get a head captain spot. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough spot. So,
I mean, it's to be honest though, like when you have a league like our league that's trying to grow.
I like
to be fair, looking at it from a owner standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like a CEO. I get it, you know. I don't like it. I'm not a CEO. I don't necessarily like it, but I understand it. And you have to go with what is going to bring those numbers in, man. Like you're trying to grow the league. They're trying to make it better. And they want to be loyal and cater to the guys that have been there. But at the same time, if you're really trying to grow a business and you're trying to get it better, man, you can't always do that. And
I definitely, from seeing it, looking at it with those goggles on, I understand it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand.
It's tough because we loyal to the soil. We looking out for ours, but at the same time, when you trying to grow something, you trying to make it better, and you trying to take it to another level. You gotta sometimes feelings gonna get hurt, sometimes people gonna get cut. Sometimes people ain't gonna make what they want to make and be where they want to be. So it's tough, but it's the business. Shoot, you know about the business, man. You learned about it early. You know about the business, bro. It is what it is.
And I think it's definitely just expanding that overseas appearance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With
A lot of international guys got promoted this offseason.
Yeah. I mean, the captains and the co-captains from the Aliens are all foreign guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like, yo, that's an expansion. You know what I'm saying?
It's dope, though. It's dope because they're bringing their fans over for sure.
They're bringing, you know what I'm saying? They're bringing a whole part of a world that we haven't tapped into in that space. So you never
Big Three.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure with the Big Three. So I mean, you never know. It may be a Big Three Europe to where we go over there and put on a tournament over there in the future. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to do that in China before the pandemic started.
Right.
And so, I mean, I think, you know, looking 5 years, 10 years down the line, you know, this would be something that was coined in this league first. So looking at it with those goggles on, it's a great thing. But when I'm putting my player goggles on, it's like, come on now. You putting a huge target on them boys' heads. I was injured last year. I wanted some of that bump. I know it's a couple other guys who want that bump against them, want them fades against them. So, you know, it's gonna be interesting, man, and it's fun. This league is definitely some fun. But once you put that competition all out there together, man, it gets serious real quick, and I'm excited for it.
100%. I don't think anybody else could said it better. Got to find that balance, but at the same time, you know, not to be too cliche, but Cube says it all the time. It's really about your game, not your name, and the people that got game stick around and get drafted again and fit roles. And so we'll see how it goes. It's going to be, again, every year the league, you know, grows even more, gets better. And I think we're going to see that again this year. And it's going to be some fun competition for sure, guys. But just want to say, appreciate everyone who tuned into the live stream. Appreciate you guys as players coming on, giving your expertise, analysis, analyst reaction, and giving us a little inside scoop before the picks were made. Appreciate you, Jordan and Jeff, as well, giving your inside analysis.
My guys.
As well. So appreciate everyone who tuned in. Best of luck to you guys this season. I'm sure we'll talk to you very soon.
Shout out my guy real quick before we get off. My guy Caleb Hodson, my producer for my soon-to-be podcast. I think he's watching. So shout out to my guy.
Dante, I'll be tuning into that too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you guys out. I'm gonna send you guys all the links and everything, and if you guys can just go ahead and repost it for me. I'm waiting to get on Underdog. You know,
let us know. We'll make it happen. You can make that happen.
I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting. Nobody ever called me. I'm around.
Stay blessed. I was just gonna say, man, tune in to the Underdogs podcast, man, with myself. Jordan,
we might have to do a combined show this summer. You know
man,
what I'm saying? Do a live joint. You know,
come on.
We got some. Y'all gotta check out my. We'll talk. We got we got some filming spots in Dallas that's gonna be hot. Y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
we out here, baby. We out here.
Make sure you check into the Underdogs podcast. Make sure to be on the lookout for Dante Green's podcast coming. Make sure to follow G League TV. I'm sure most people do already. And everyone can follow the Fourth Man podcast as well. We've got coverage of the Big Three all off season long as well.
Best in the game.
Hey, Mike, I'm going to feature you, bro.
Come on, man. I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Well, I'll make one for you. Like probably by Friday.
All right, for sure. Let's do it.
All right. Appreciate everyone.
Ghost!
Thanks, Anthony.